Well, hi, I'm Joe Van Doren with Classes for Parents. I'm very excited to be here with you today to share with you some of the some thoughts on using the 4 C's of successful families. And today we're talking about coping with the challenging behaviors our children might have while we keep our sanity. And so if you haven't heard of the 4 C's before, they are clarity, communication, consistency, and community. You know, raising children, as fun as it is and as much enjoyment as that we get from them, at the same time, when you've asked them 20 times for one kid to stop picking on the other kid at all the positive, gentle, conscious parenting thoughts and promises that we made ourselves go right out the window. And we might hear ourselves yelling at our kids. In fact, all of us have yelled at our kids at some point. So what's happened, you've reached your limit of frustration and overwhelm. So even though strategy number 10 can be very difficult, it's necessary for your peace and the mental health of both you and your children. The 10th strategy is prohibit yelling sessions. You know, we've all heard the excuses, and we've all made the excuses probably too. My kid doesn't listen to me until I yell. It's the only way I get respect. You know, they don't take me seriously unless I yell. I can't help it. I don't have time to reason with them. But the latest research is indicating that yelling is very harmful. In fact, on the WebMD website, they stated this, and I quote them, that yelling at kids can be just as harmful as hitting them. In a 2-year study, effects from harsh physical and verbal discipline were found to be frighteningly similar. So let's just state the facts here. Yelling is not the answer to coping with challenging behavior of children for a number of reasons. Number one, when parents yell, kids are learning to yell too. They're also learning that yelling is a formula for exercising power over a weaker person. In fact, when the yelling begins and the kid can yell back at the parent, they're now equals, and both of them can yell. So children who are being yelled at, they know that they've pushed your buttons, they've triggered you to a point that you're out of control. And if you are out of control, what they believe is now they must take control, and they have control and power. And also, there's no need for them to listen to you, especially if you're yelling. So how do you commit to prohibit yelling sessions? Begin simply with a very simple requirement that all conversations, even when you're not angry, take place face to face and not room to room. Number 2, talk to your children and the whole family about yelling. Pick a time that everything is going well and commit to each other not to yell anymore. Wrap this around a virtue that's important to you and your family. It might be peacefulness or respect for each other. Work together as a family on coping and problem-solving skills. Develop a family plan for sorting out issues that come up for the family before they become emotional hotspots. Decide together that if one person starts yelling, the other person has permission to say, "Don't talk to me that way, I don't like it," and then turn around and walk away. You know, it takes 2 to have this kind of battle. And sometimes it will be you that walks away, and maybe there will be times when it's the other person. Together, you're practicing assertiveness. You're setting boundaries. You're honoring the spirit and the values of your family. And one more note. Just in case you do not believe that you have the wherewithal to eliminate yelling from your family, just remember that if you were ever stopped by a policeman or if your boss did not give you something that you wanted, it's highly unlikely that you would start yelling at them to get what you wanted, even though you may feel like it. You have the ability to stop yelling. Yelling sessions will stop when you choose not to engage them. It may take a few times, but they will stop. Remember, children learn from their parents and the other adults in their life, And when a child feels accepted and worthwhile, they are more likely to be encouraging to others and look for ways to build others up rather than putting them down. They will be more prepared to ward off bullies and criticism of others when they feel respected by their parents for their efforts and growth. So, are you practicing this strategy already, or is this an aspirational strategy for you? Decide to prohibit yelling sessions for the good of parents and the children. Hold all conversations face to face and develop a family plan for problem solving and stick with it. Leave your comments below and watch for more strategies for coping with the challenges of family life. And until next time, keep practicing the 4 C's of successful families by clarifying your values, communicating them clearly, living them consistently, and building a community of support. Until next time, bye.